So I'm going to show you guys today. I decided we're going to show you one of my little regular sort of spots where I like to hang out in. You guys look over there, just behind me. That's the entrance to the canal by Mill Heath, and I'm going to show you guys a really cool little spot from, you start down by there, Mill Heath, and you end up on a nice little canal spot over by the, towards Cwmbran. So if you know the area, start at the Mill Heath entrance to the canal, keep walking towards Cwmbran. Most people walk the other way towards Bettws Lane and Kimberley Park and everything. Go the other direction. This is something I discovered quite a few years ago, that I hadn't been down here. Well, I probably hadn't been here for a long time, but I hadn't been down here recently, and I thought, you know, I'm out on a run. Let's just run that way and see where I end up. I've also been informed that there is not anywhere near enough Ozzy in the Ozzy and Jason Adventures videos. So you guys are going to see quite a bit of video of Ozzy today. And yes, the drone's in my bag as well. I believe I've even put together like a little Google Earth zoom in on the location that we're going to. So that'll be kind of cool to integrate that with the drone stuff. But yeah, this is a nice little spot that I discovered years ago. It's just a nice little chill out spot. It's kind of similar to 14 Lock Centre, but a lot less pedestrianised. There's a lot less people because it doesn't have a car park and you have to walk to get there. I'm not going too far today, but this is just a nice little spot just to chill out up here. My last little hike, my last little video, I don't know what it is, but I've done something to my ankle, so, and it's taken a really long time to recover. It's probably something to do with the fact that I'm 37 today. Funny thing about it is, you would think that that would mean that I'm unfit in some way. I'm not unfit, which is very odd. Okay, I'm not running constantly anymore, like I used to, but I'm still getting in a lot of, I'm out every single day. Even if I've got no jobs to do, I'm at least out in the morning with the dog, because you can't have a border collie and not walk him at least once a day minimum. Although he would prefer a damn sight more than once a day. Not always possible. So I'm not really unfit, but I have now had to book myself in for a self-referral physio. Yeah, got to that stage where I'm at a self-referral physio now. Ironically enough, not for my ankle. Although I probably will speak to them about that when I get there. It's actually for a pain that's back of my neck, and it radiates down to my one shoulder. And since I've done that self-referral, it's actually started to radiate over to the other shoulder now. Just can't win, really. This is a nice little chill spot we're going to. It's going to take a few minutes to walk there, so we'll stop and start this video along the way. I'll show you guys playing with Ozzy as well. As I said, I've been told there's not enough Ozzy in the Ozzy and Jason Adventures videos. And we'll talk a bit more about the spot when we get there as well, obviously. And you'll see the drone footage. Come on. Ozzy, come on. There we go. There's more of the Ozzy in the video. So we've now crossed over, if I can get you guys a better view. Way down there is a little little gate. You go across from one gate, you cross over the Trawsmoor Lane going up towards the Blackbird's pub. And you can... Sorry, Ozzy is playing over there with another dog. Ozzy, what have we found? Who's that? So you guys wouldn't have seen it because I just realised it wasn't recording properly. But right here is Ozzy, and right over there was another 2 border collies that were watching us from the other side of the canal. Let's see if we can find them again. See if we can find them. No, unfortunately they left. Unfortunately the 2 border collies disappeared. I missed my opportunity to film them. I'm also trying not to bother people while I'm out here doing these videos today. In case you're wondering why there's so many random cuts in this video, I came out here early in the morning because I thought, hey, it's going to be a lot easier, there's not going to be many people around. Turns out everybody else thought the same thing. I also had to stop the video a second ago because there was 2 women running past. And they ran past the first time when we got to the gate down there. And for some reason, Ozzy, all he did was run past them and they both just severely overreacted. Didn't come near him, didn't touch him, didn't try and play with him, just literally ran past him towards me. And they both screamed and flailed their arms. Don't do that. Don't scream and flail your arms. If anything, if you do happen to come across a reactive dog in that situation, all that's going to end up happening is you're going to make the situation worse. And yes, I understand people are sometimes scared of dogs. Just don't do it. Anyway, back to the original subject. So we're now on the Cwmbran side of Trawsmoor Lane. Trawsmoor Lane going up towards Blackbirds. Little crossing by there from the Bettws side of the canal onto the Cwmbran side of the canal. And we've probably got maybe another half a mile, 3/4 of a mile. This is a good area if you want to just get a bit of a walk in, to be honest with you. It's unlike the 14 Lock Centre, this obviously doesn't have a car park. I don't even think it has an official name, if I'm being honest with you. It's got some really nice views though. You got the bridge behind me, which you guys can't see because I've got face tracking on. Got the bridge and everything behind me. Yeah. Got a ton of these. Obviously got the bridge, the lock. If you can turn around a minute, Gimbal. Take the face track off. Yeah, so you got the bridges and the locks and everything along here. It's a beautiful place to walk, to be honest with you. And if you're in Bettws and Malpas and a few other areas around Newport, it's literally right on your doorstep. You know, Risca, Rogerstone, Cwmcan. There is a ton of places along the Monmouthshire and Brecon Canal, all of which are usually pretty cool. Although I do find the closer you get to the Cwmbran end of this stretch, the nicer it looks. Because Newport City Council hasn't put all that much effort into the Newport side of the canal. But the Cwmbran side has put a ton of effort into it. Even some things that I definitely wouldn't do on the Bettws Malpas side, which is a lot of the residents putting flowers in. That's a bit of an odd one to see when you first see it, especially if you're from an area that definitely wouldn't trust anybody with flowers randomly placed out in the wild. If I'm quiet for a second, there's a plane flying over. I was going to say, if I'm quiet for a second, you guys can hear the birds, even though I've got the noise cancellation turned on the microphone. And yeah, I still haven't found a location I like for this microphone, but to be honest with you, it's pretty good. It's just gonna, it's down there, and it's still picking up my voice perfectly fine, or better than the internal microphone quality anyway. So as I was saying, this is a really nice walk, to be honest with you. Listen to the birds. Yeah, the plane's gone. Yeah. It's a nice chilled out walk, and you don't have to worry about too much traffic or anything like that. There isn't a massive amount of parking back there where I came from. There's a couple of little lay-bys and pull-ins you could park your car in. I see people park their cars in there all the time and walk down here with their dogs and just walking in general. A bit further the other way from where we're going to go, on the Cwmbran stretch, you could, I don't know, there's a few pull-in areas over there you could park in. So it's not a massively sort of pedestrianised area. But if you're willing to drive and then, I don't know, walk 10-15 minutes, you can just chill out here and you'll have no issues really. It's definitely worth the walk, so see you guys down there in a minute. Who's your good boy? Who's your good boy? Who's your good boy? Good boy? It's just my luck in there. What did I just say about this area? That it's very quiet, nobody's ever up here. And immediately as soon as I get here, there's, hang on, let me take the face tracking off. A group of guys camping on this side. Ozzy, come on buddy. Sorry, Ozzy's bugging people. He's not actually doing anything wrong, he's just playing. And in all honesty, that woman seems to have a reactive dog and she's been hanging around way too long. Every time I stop, she hangs around longer. It's like, if your dog's reactive, go away. So I'm trying to keep things quiet at the minute. But this is a beautiful little area. You can just hang out in. Those guys are hanging out on that side. I mean, obviously I'm not complaining. People are allowed to be here, it's just there's never anybody here. At the right moment that I want to show you guys a cool video, I've now got to try and be a little bit more covert about it now. But yeah, I also just discovered that the power button on my microphone works as a shutter button for the gimbal, and the record button on the gimbal. So yeah, these guys also seem a little bit suspicious as well, so I will not be recording them. Or I will try not to record them. I want to show you guys around the area though, so we're going to walk around the other side. It's a bit lower down, might not be so bad down there. I also need to find somewhere to take off with the drone as well. Anyway, let's switch the camera around so you guys can see the area a bit better. So, you know, it's got a quite a nice little area. There is a picnic table over there. We're not going to go over there and have a look because obviously I don't want to disturb the guys that are camping. You've got the two different areas, so obviously similar to like the 14 Lock Centre. You've got like a really cool little pond area where you can hang out. There's obviously some steps over there where we just started off where the bridge is. And then if you wanted to, it's a little bit muddy down by here, but you can walk down this way. We're not going to go over there where the guys are because we don't want to disturb anybody camping. Ozzy's found himself a little spot to go hide in. What are you doing down there, Ross? Little path down there, I never noticed that before. Yeah, just doing a little bit of video. Yeah, so it turns out those guys are pretty cool. You can come all the way down there. And you got this little area down by here then. This little area down by here where you can come and sit down and chill out down there. So it's a nice little area, to be honest with you. You can actually kind of circle all the way around to a little sort of area up by here. circle around here. Sorry, I realise I don't have to be so quiet now. I'll explain in a second. It turns out those guys are actually pretty cool. One of them does FPV stuff. I'm assuming he means FPV drone stuff. That's well, why not? So yeah, you can come all the way around here. You can actually get to it through this little way over here, which is a little bridge. Nice little well, sort of log seating area bit where you can sit down. Obviously you can come all the way over here and chill out with the locks. Not going to go too close because I don't want to drop you guys in, but you got the locks and everything down there. Got the locks over there as well. And switch back to me so we can have a proper talk. So yeah, as you can see guys, this is a really nice little beautiful area to hang out in. Just going to stand over by here where it's a bit less muddy. Yeah, I was coming down there filming all that little cool bit over by there, and one of the guys shouted, "Are you a YouTuber?" I'm like, yeah, I'm not a very big YouTuber, but yeah. I was like, don't worry, I'm not putting you in the video. He was like, no, it's cool, don't worry, it's doing it. We do a lot of FPV stuff and everything, it's cool, don't worry about it. I was going to put my drone up, but I didn't want to disturb you guys when you're camping. They're like, oh yeah, go ahead, it's free space, mate, do what you want. Like, that's cool. So, you know, I do obviously not, I didn't think they were like hugely strange. Just you don't see people by there that often, especially camping. Although I will admit I have thought about it myself. They were in that little spot that I showed you where there was like picnic benches and things, and I've thought about it myself, to be honest with you, because it's not a bad spot. There's an actual like picnic bench there. You can just chill and put your food, you know, prep your food on there, put your tent on the one side. Probably will do it at some point, to be honest with you. I'll stand on this wall by here because it's less wet by here. But yeah, no, Ozzy loves to play around up here because obviously there's usually plenty of dogs, plenty of places for him to play. He's currently off down there somewhere. We'll show you playing with Ozzy in a minute. He does love to play around by here though. In fact, he's currently looking down in the lock. Don't jump down there. Ozzy. Sorry, he gave up. He likes to peek over the edge and risk it a bit, you know. No, those guys are pretty cool. I meet a lot of cool people on these walks, to be honest with you. You know, you do get into obviously areas where people are like, oh my god, he's got a camera, what's he doing? Is he suspicious? Yeah. You know, they weren't exactly acting suspicious. I know I did kind of say that, but they weren't. It was just strange to see somebody camping by here at this time of year, because it's freezing out here right now. It's freezing, and to be honest with you, this ground is not really that good for camping on at this time of year, because it is absolutely soaked. Which is why I'm standing on this little brick wall bit by here. There's a couple of like stone brick wall bits. It is absolutely soaked up here at the moment. Walking around by there to show you guys, it is quite boggy, so I'm going to pop the video, I'm going to pop the drone up in a minute anyway. And we're going to play with Ozzy for a bit, because why not? But yeah, this is definitely worth a walk. I'm going to pop in the description down below, because I've just done an OS Maps route as I walked up here. I recorded the route. So I'll pop it down in the description, a link to that, in case any of you want to try and follow it from Millheath up to here, or from here to Millheath. You can do it both ways. Don't know why you'd want to come from here to Millheath, but yeah, it is what it is. It was more of a getting people from Bettws Cwmbran area up to this nice little spot up by here. And Ozzy's got the zoomies, so we're going to go and watch Ozzy do the zoomies for a minute. Ozzy, what are you doing? What are you doing? What you doing? What you doing? I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'll get you, mind. I'll get you. I'm gonna get you. He is way too fast for the gimbal. What you doing? Why are you so fast? Why are you so fast? Why are you so fast? What you doing? What you doing? He gets bored sometimes when I'm doing videos, so it's always nice to play with him. You done now? You done with the zoomies? Should we put the drone up now? Okay, let's pop the drone up. So it turns out, after doing some drone shots and flying around for a bit, the guys I mentioned that were camping I didn't want to disturb, they were actually really nice guys. Managed to get a chance to talk to the two of them. And the one guy, he does a lot of FPV drone flying. So he's out with the goggles and all that stuff. So I stood there having a chat to him for about 15-20 minutes. And he turns out, small world, he already knows my videos. He's already found me on YouTube. Turns out he lives on Bettws. Funnily enough, I do actually remember. Something just occurred to me. I do remember somebody that came into my shop years ago that said that they flew FPV drones. Maybe that's the same guy, I don't know. He said he lived on Bettws and he flew FPV drones. Yeah, I don't know. Turns out he was a really nice guy though. Me being a bit of a ditz-slope, completely forgot to get his name. So if you're watching this video, drop in the comments below. Drop in the comments below. We'll have a chat at some point, because he did mention that if I wanted to get into FPV, I could ask questions and everything. And I'm still getting a complaint from this gimbal at the moment that my phone is off balance. Hopefully that's going to stop wobbling now. keep forgetting that you got to balance the gimbal with the phone and the little mic receiver on the side. But yeah, so as I was saying, got talking to the guy for about 20 minutes. He does FPV stuff. I'd love to try and get into FPV stuff at some point. I imagine it's quite an expensive hobby. And based on his advice, he kind of confirmed that what I was going to look at some point anyway, which is sort of start off with like the little Cinewhoop drones. So that might be something I look at in the future. I mean, I'm doing a lot of cinematic stuff at the moment. I'm not necessarily doing it for big sort of acrobatic display stuff, but it is also really cool. So probably something I'd like to get into. So I was saying, buddy, if you are watching this video, because we did stand there and we saw that you are subscribed, which is pretty cool. Drop in the comments. You know, maybe we'll have a chat at some point. If we're both on Bettws, and it's not too hard to do, is it? Anyway, guys, I'm going to end this video here. I was actually going to end it right after the drone stuff up there, drone shots and everything, but I figured why not carry on a bit and explain that the guys that I found in the tent were actually pretty cool. I'm Jason, by the way, in case you don't know, in case you didn't get it from the Ozzy OJAdventures video titles on YouTube. Anyway, see you guys in the next video.